Wow. This is really weird for me. It's not weird. It's been a minute. There's a lot. There's a lot to explain. I'm sure it doesn't really matter or nor anyone cares. I just feel like I need to explain myself. But at the same time, I don't need to explain to myself. But anyways, hi. Wow. Welcome back to my podcast that I've totally abandoned for a good couple of months now. You're probably wondering why I'm still trying to attempt at this. Because I can. I spent good money on everything that I bought. I feel like I'm being really loud right now. I don't know. I'm trying to I don't know how everything's going to work. I don't have everything set up right now. So we're just going to just have to play it out. All right. If I'm being extra quiet, I apologize. Being extra loud, I apologize. I don't know. There's a lot to my life has been hectic for the past couple of months. I am 21 now. I am an adult. Hell yeah. I have a new couch. Hell yeah. I've been adulting lately. I've been working. I have a boyfriend now. Whoa. Just so much been going on in my life that I feel like I have a lot to explain, but so little to explain. Like I don't know. Also, if you're watching the video version and you're probably wondering why I keep looking over to the side, I have my phone airplaying off to my TV so I can see what the hell I look like, nor what's going on behind the camera because I have it flipped towards me. You understand. But so much been happening in my life that like it's been just too much for me to sit down and just talk about it, you know? But I feel like now I can actually like discuss what's going on. Last time I recorded a podcast, it was probably in September, August. I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute because I've just been, dealing with people. I have a boyfriend now. I keep saying that, but like it's a lot for me to process still because someone actually likes me. Well, I don't know. He probably still hates me a little right now because I've been a real bitch towards him. Well, I haven't been a bitch. I have my reasoning, okay? If he's watching this, I apologize. But I don't apologize at the same time. Like, it's me. All right? You should know me by now. It's weird now that I can say I have a boyfriend because, like, some of you know, I've been, spending my youthful years just being a whore. That's like the best way I could explain it. Like, I have a list in my phone of all the bodies that I've caught. It's ridiculous. But, like, it's also, like, therapeutic in a weird way. That I'd be like, yeah, I was that bitch at one point. I was that bitch at one point. I will forever be that bitch at one point. But it's nice. I'm finally off the street. It's like I've been homeless. I'm not homeless. I never was homeless. I'm now like, how, like I was feral. I was feral at one point, but now I'm not, Also, you're probably wondering, Tiffany, your hair, it looks a little wonky. Don't point it out, all right? I am wearing a wig. I'm wearing wigs now because it's just going to better. I'm wearing wigs now because like my hair is just so damaged to the point that like if I keep fucking with it, it's just going to fall out eventually or probably stay the same length. So what is the best route that I went with was wearing hair extensions, and then that just like it was working at one point, but then it just got to the point that it was like starting to pull on my hair. So I just thought, fuck it, I'm just going to start wearing wigs. And besides Black History Month, I'm also mixed. If some of y'all don't know, I am a mixed. Surprise! I wish I had a topic right now. I wish I had a lot going on right now, but I really don't. Like, I have a boyfriend now. I've been working. I've not been able to sit down. I bought an iMac. Yes, I bought an iMac. I've purchased an iMac. I am an adult now. Was it expensive? Absolutely, because it's an iMac. $1,000 that I spent on a fucking computer. Was it worth it? Absolutely, because now my phone and my iMac and my phone case, not my phone case, my AirPod case, they're all lavender purple. Might as well keep on theme, keep on brand. You know how that goes. I don't know. It's nice. It's nice to be able to purchase stuff for myself. Because, when I was a kid, I was not blessed. I grew up in the system. I grew up with foster families, and they were a bunch of assholes. They were terrible to me. My childhood was shitty. My childhood was nothing but shit memories, but also comedic ones. I can't speak English. Apparently, English is not my first language either. I still have a speech impediment. My slurring, I'm not drunk. I wish I was, but I'm not. It's still there, you know. My brain thinks faster than my rest of my body, aka my mouth. So like whatever spits out, it spits out. My childhood was interesting. You know, I still grew up with my brothers, thank God. I was still with my brothers. So we had all these childhoods together. We have these memories together. It's also nice to be able to say that I was in foster care because, you know, I have these stories to tell. I have people to tell because, you know, the whole situation with my right to my body, my right, my choice, like my body, my choice. I agree with that. I am my body, my choice. If I want to abort a baby, I'm going to abort that thing. First of all, I am not mentally stable enough to take care of a child, especially at my ripe age of 21. I am not mentally stable to take care of a child, and I probably never will be. Maybe in the future when I'm older, okay, maybe, but right now, I don't want no fucking kids. And I probably will say that for the rest of my life. Because, like, first of all, 9 months of going through nothing but pains and struggle, and then like having like thoughts of like, oh my god, maybe I miscarried my child, maybe my kid is dead, maybe I don't know. Do you think I want to go through that? Absolutely not, because that just sounds like shit. And then having to take care of a kid for 18 months and then 19 months, 18 years and try to keep it alive. I can barely take care of myself. I'm progressed on that, my ad, on taking care of myself, but it's a struggle. So yeah, no, not gonna happen. Anyways, back to my original, what I was originally trying to say. I get to tell people it's best to adopt than anything else. Like if you're all about like, especially all the fucking terrible human beings out there, it's the baby. Like it has a heart. It has like, okay, what about all the kids who are without parents, foster care, like their parents are shit, aka mine. Do you really think about them? Think about us. Well, I'm adopted now, so that doesn't really matter. But think about that. All right. Think about all the kids that are struggling. Think about all the kids that want parents but can't have any. Yeah, think about those little heartbeats that you're so not worried about apparently. But yeah, foster care is a fucking shit system. I fucking hate the system because it's impossible almost to get your kids back because there's just no fucking way. There's literally no way. Like the system is fucked up, period. So I don't trust judges except for like one judge. I can't remember the judge's name, but like he's a like New Jersey judge who's literally the kindest person. He's like, you have a dog? How old a dog? What's the dog's name? You know, because of the dog, I'm gonna let you, don't worry about the ticket. If you I might put up a picture, but if you know who I'm talking about, you know. It was okay. Let me explain how I even got into this system because I feel like that's like the important part of the whole thing I'm talking about right now. Well, first of all, my parents, my mom and my dad, let's just say they weren't fit to be parents. If my mom is watching this, I apologize because she is still alive and well. My dad, not so much. He's currently dead. I shouldn't be laughing, but that's how I cope. All right. My mom is alive and well, but like she knows what she did. You know what you did. You know what you did. Yeah. Struggles happen. You know, my dad was an alcoholic / drug abuser, so he was definitely a quirky guy for sure. And my mom, she tried. She was a nurse at one point. I can't remember if she was a nurse or she had like a degree in that area that she worked at the hospital. I remember that for sure. I remember I used to work in the hospital and my dad will always take us there and we'll see her. I remember that, but like, yeah, we were abusive kids, whole spiel, you know. And then like, you know, I think at one point, like people start to notice, which I don't know why it took them forever to notice, but we noticed that we were wearing the same shit every day. Our hair was matted up, my hair especially, because I was a girl. I'm a girl, duh. That's irrelevant. That shit finally raised a red flag for kindergarten teachers. For kindergarten teachers. So finally they did something about it and finally got the system involved and then yada yada. I would love to get into whole like really deep details about it, but like I feel like I will save it for another day. All right. I just want to tell you about all the wonderful stories about when I was with my foster parents, my old foster parents. They were interesting people. My foster parents, my old foster parents, they were interesting individuals. They, okay, first of all, they were Jehovah's Witnesses. And if you don't know, Those are literally the worst people. I'm an atheist, my ad. I'm an atheist, so I don't believe in any religion. I don't believe in hell. I don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in any of that. I need factual proof. I need proof for that. But if I don't have any, then I'm not going to believe it. But so growing up with those people, where it was something else. Like, we couldn't celebrate Halloween. The Devil's Day, absolutely not. Absolutely fucking no. Christmas, it was celebrated, of course, because Jesus, our Lord and Savior, Jesus. And like, it was just, they were just weird. They were just weird people. And man, if I ever saw them today, I wouldn't even know what to do. I think I'm older now, so I'm not as like psychotic as I was when I was like younger. Younger me would have been like, I'm kicking some ass. I'm punching them square in their chest type of angry. Now I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go on about my business. I'm happier now. I'm well, so I'm not gonna really, really think too much about it. Here's a little, like, it was interesting because like we did fun things together. We went on vacation. We went camping mostly. All vacation was camping. We didn't go to like resorts and shit like that. Disney World, no. We were one with nature. They were one with nature. I tried. Actually, no. I liked camping. I loved camping a lot. So I didn't really mind it. I actually really liked it, especially like we went to North Dakota or South Dakota or one of the Dakotas. All right. We saw, Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse. That shit was fire. We saw wild horses. Come on, we rode horses? That was fun, especially for me because, I went to school to be a vet tech. So that was an experience for me. We did a lot of fun stuff like that together. I like camping a lot. I probably would do it now, even if I have the chance, but now. But there was one time that we went camping and it was, they had an RV, okay, but they still made us sleep out on tents. Well, all the adults slept in the RV, but all the kids, yeah, you're not outside today. You're sleeping on the gravel, grass, dirt. You're going to experience Mother Nature. And we did. I did. It was not bad until I woke up the morning of and I was absolutely drenched in water. And you might be thinking, why are you drenched in water, Tiffany? Well, because it rained that night. And the fact that I slept through it was very shocking to me because I would have definitely noticed. But I woke up the morning of absolutely drenched. Wondering what the fuck just happened. We got rained on, basically. That's what happened. We went this one time. We went camping, and I can't remember where we went to, but it was a camping ground. So we had RVs, so everybody around us was have RVs or camping homes. I don't know. I call them RVs, but that's besides the point. So me and my brother, my older brother, my younger brother, we went, and my foster parents, we all went camping. Have a little fun time, and my foster dad at the time asked me and my brother, hey, can you guys go up to the little shop up the road here and get us ketchup and marshmallows? We were doing hot dogs and, s'mores and stuff like that. So you might think it's a word combination, but it wasn't. Anyway, so we're like, hell yeah, we do it. So we took our bikes and we were going up the road. And me and my brother was like, wait, there's a store up the road. Like, this is a camping ground. What store are you talking about? But anyways, we're riding our bikes. We finally get to the end of this road and we see this little shack, cabin. I don't know. It was literally the only thing up the road. And we're looking at it like, that can't be it. Is that it? That literally looks like not it. It wasn't, might I add. He tries to convince us it wasn't. It was not. It was just a random little shack at the end of the road that had wood, that sell wood probably for fires and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about. So me and my brother are looking at this and we're like, this is not it. So we continue. We're like, okay, either go left or right because there was two different roads on either side of us. We went left. So we went left. We kept riding our bikes for a while. I'm like, all right, wait. Nothing but trees. There was nothing but trees, bitch. There was nothing but those. And we finally get to, at this point, we actually left the campground because, we know what the fuck we're doing. We're kids, by the way. I might have been 11, 12, I don't know. I was around that age. And so we finally, we basically left the campground at this point because this path took us literally out of the campground. Because once we got to the end of this road, it was nothing but fields. It was nothing but fields. It was literally no more trees at this point. It was just like someone's property, a very big property, and with nothing but grass, very tall grass and fields. And we're like, damn, we're not supposed to be here, but we were there. And we're sitting there, we're looking, and we're like, what the fuck? Okay, we didn't find this fucking store he's talking about, and it's up the road. It's not here. So we're kind of sitting there bamboozled, we're confused, and we're like, what now? And we're kind of sitting there, and this car passes us. They're kind of staring at us, which honestly don't blame them, because you see two younger kids on their bike in the middle of like nowhere. But fuck nowhere. So we're like, okay, we can either just go straight or turn back around and call it a night. So we didn't find it. And you know, that's basically no. My brother, like, we're going to keep moving forward. I'm like, you sure about that? He's like, yes. So that's what we did. You know, we continue to go forward. We're out of the campground at this point. We're literally like now in the middle of nowhere. So we're going forward. We keep going. We're biking, you know, and it's like hot in my head because of course it's summertime. It's hot. So I'm sweating. He's sweating. There's gnats flying around my head and his head. I'm being pissed at this point because I'm like, okay, there's no store and we're nowhere. We're in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, there's no store. Like, we have to go back. My brother's so determined. He's like, no, we're finding this store. And I'm like, we're going to get our ass fucking beat. Or we're just going to get lost, kidnapped. We're going to die, basically. I was so convinced we are lost. We are going to die. And that was it. That was final. So I think at this point, it's been like an hour or so, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. I lost track of time at a certain point. And this random guy, it's like, we're passing properties, by the way, and it's like, you know, it's literally farmland. Like, there's nothing but farms. So there's nothing but miles of land, nothing but land. And I'm like, we're fucking nowhere. We met a wonderful man on the way, and we're like, hey, we're trying to look for a store. And he's like, do you know where you're at right now? Yeah, but it's like 2 miles, a mile maybe down that way. But that's a really, really steep hill and a very obnoxious road. It's nothing but curves and winds and whatnot. So do not recommend going down there on bikes. So we probably have to go around, which is probably another like 5 miles. And we're like, fuck, all right. Thanks, man. And we continue. And the guy probably thought we were on fucking crack. I probably would have too. Like, whose kids are these? My brother keeps going. I'm like, okay, I think we need to take a break. We are in the middle of nowhere. We are far from where we were previously, and we have no idea where we're at. Why are we still moving? Like, why are we still moving? And he's so determined. Like, we're going to find this store, and we're going to get that ketchup and marshmallows. I forgot what it was. I think I also remember. I don't think he gave us money either. I think he gave us money, but not to me and my brother. But I'm like, okay, you know what? We're going to get so much trouble, or like we're going to die. I was convinced we were going to die. That's about it. And eventually a sheriff car pulled up next to me, brother. I was like, thank you, God, because I knew exactly what he was here for. And it was one of the sheriffs from the campground. He was like, where are you kids heading to? And we're like, oh, we're trying to find a store. And we don't know where it is. Clearly. And he's sitting looking at us like, yeah, your parents are looking for you. What the fuck are you guys doing? And I'm like, don't look at me. Look at him. Look at him. All right. He had us moving, going places that I did not participate in. I did not want to participate in. I was convinced that we should just turn back around and just told that we don't know where the fuck we're going and had them deal with it. But my brother wanted to be a man. He wanted to be a man in that moment. He was like, all right, like, so he took our bikes, put it in the back of his cop car, put us in the car, and he's like talking to us, and I'm like, and I'm quiet as fuck. I'm like, I just want to go home. I'm sweaty. I smell gross. Like, I probably look gross too. Like, this is not a good look for me. And we finally get back into the campground, and like, the officer was nice. He was trying to joke with us, like, wouldn't I just, turn on my police lights and sirens and just kind of, Tokyo drift up in the campground. I'm like, please don't do that. That is so embarrassing. It's already embarrassing enough that you're pulling up in front of our campground with other people surrounding us in a cop car and us getting out and you talking to our parents. That's already enough as it is. So he pulls up. We get out of the car. take our bikes out. Our foster parents are livid. They're so fucking pissed. And I don't blame them because I would have been too. But also more concerned. I would be more concerned if my kids went missing than anything else. I would have been mad. I would have been like more relieved than anything. They were pissed. They were pissed. So we definitely got in trouble that night. Not definitely, we did. And we definitely didn't get no s'mores that night. No, we were in trouble. We were in trouble. And then when we were leaving I think the next day or a couple of days after, and we were leaving, and he pointed out this little shack. He said, that's what we're talking about. And I'm like, that's not even a store. That's like some random hut with this wood in it and logs for like fires. Like, what are you talking about, bro? But he was fully convinced. So I was like, all right, you can fucking have it. Oh my God, these foster parents were just terrible. They were actually pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie. They were very shitty people. Like, maybe because we were not their kids, obviously, so duh, but don't ever participate in being a foster parent if you're not actually gonna love the kids. Like, we already been through enough, so don't make it worse. Don't bring more trauma to me. Because that's what they exactly did. Like, getting in trouble is like literally the most scary thing. Like, if I got a bad grade, it's over for me, bitches. It's over for me, bitches. It's over. Like, if I literally a C, oh my God, that's it. There I go. I'm getting my ass beat. I'm getting grounded for life. Like, this is it for me. That what type of scared I was. And you should never instill that type of fear into a child, especially one that has been through a lot. Why would you do that? Especially getting in trouble with them, like, they'll make us do like the most stupidest shit for punishment. Like, me and my brother were lying. We were never lying. Me and my brother never fucking lied to these. I mean, a couple of times just to save our own asses. Save my own ass, actually. But that's beside the point. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, it was getting really too dark in here, so I had to pull out my light. So if you can see every flaw that's happening right now on my face, if you're watching the video version on youtube.com/no-life-podcast, you can tell. Also, I'm trying to like hurry up and record this because I'm supposed to go to my boyfriend's house and watch a Super Bowl. And honestly, I'm only watching it to see Rihanna. That's literally the only reason I'm watching it, just to see Rihanna. I don't give a fuck about the actual game. This is a free concert, bitches. This is a free concert. And how much you want to bet that half of the people there are probably there to see Rihanna? You can convince me otherwise. But yeah, back to what I was originally saying. My foster parents, before the one I have currently, who adopted me, were really shitty fucking people. Like, if me or my brother got in trouble, I think at one point, yeah, me and my brother got in trouble, and they literally made us hold these weights, like, lifting weights, like the barbells and whatnot, in front of us, and like have us like arms straight out, and will not let us drop our arms until he said so, until he said it was okay to do so. That's a literal torture. That is literally torture. You cannot tell me that is not abuse. That is abuse. That is child abuse, and you cannot convince me otherwise. And if you think it's not, then you honestly need to be put in jail. Electric chair, actually. Yeah, they were pretty shitty. Like, they'll make us do literally the stupidest shit, and I literally would love to know why, but I would have no answer to that, because I feel like they just did it because they actually hated us. Like, that's literally it. Like, I did not have a normal childhood whatsoever. Like, I had a somewhat of a decent childhood. Like, there's some shit that, like, I remember, I'm like, damn, that was like the only good thing that happened to me, and probably the only good thing that happened to me. I'm like trying to make this like humorous almost, because like, this is really sad. My childhood was really shitty, and I want to make this like a good podcast, like a good like episode, just to like be back finally and be like, okay, I'm back, bitches. For once, I'm a procrastinator. I'm a terrible human being. I'm not a terrible human being. Pause. I'm actually a pretty good person. When I don't care, I just don't care. That's scary. I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me. Once you stop caring, you stop caring. There's no going back from it either. I've never realized how hard it is to be a woman. Is that weird to say? I'm not that weird. It's so hard to be a girl. A woman is difficult. Because first of all, I love telling this to people because it's true. When I get ready for myself, and I get ready to be like, I'm that bitch, and you wish you were that bitch. But not right now. I look all kinds of crazy, but that's the point. Like, especially my boyfriend, he's like, who are you trying to look good for? For the bitches who are thinking you have an ugly girlfriend? Yeah. I want to remind everybody that I am that bitch. For me, For you, for anybody around you. All right. And also to remind people that you have a pretty girlfriend. You ain't got an ugly girlfriend. On certain days, okay, every day, yes, I am ugly. But when I leave your house and I go out in public with our bitches, they gotta know. They gotta know for sure. What the fuck? That's like one thing about me. It's like you can't not sit here and tell me I'm ugly. Actually, you can sit here and tell me I'm ugly. Because I believe that I am ugly. That's not even opinion. That's a fact at this point. I'm like trying to take care of myself. I'm trying to like treat myself. Period. I'm trying to make myself a better person. Like, especially working all the time, like I don't have time to actually take care of myself. I'm worried about taking care of another child, aka my boyfriend, because he's a literal child. I spoiled this boy. I'm not an affectionate person. That's the thing. I am not good at showing affection. I'm not good at showing love because maybe I wasn't showing it as a child. But the only way I can show my love and appreciation is buying you shit. I'm a person who will buy you stuff and make it like the most expensive thing you could possibly like own. Currently, I will up anybody. I swear to God. I currently, like my boyfriend, he currently has a $300 gaming chair that he does not need actually, but I bought it for him. Originally I bought it for me, but I realized it was kind of weird of a setup with my like computer and everything because like I'm an aesthetic type bitch. All right, I want to make sure everything looks proper because if it don't look proper, I think I will have a mental breakdown. I need to make sure everything looks collectively like I'm an adult. So I literally swapped chairs with my boyfriend. Like I took his really crappy busted down chair, which honestly is not crappy and is not busted either. It looks perfectly fine. He says so, but he says it's falling apart. It's literally not falling apart. It's not. And why do I need a gaming chair? I feel like if you're a gamer and you game a lot, I feel like you need the certain type of chair that is comfortable for you and your spine. So I technically bought him a gaming chair. I told it was for me that I'm like, well, technically it's for you, but you don't need to know that until later. So he got a gaming chair. All right, listen. Also, another thing, because like it's okay. Understand that like yes, I was once a whore when I was single. It's embarrassing. I would love to also like clarified. Was very careful. I was very careful. I was like, okay, like my body count is high. If you've gone to high school with me or if you are a family member, please, I suggest you skip over this part. But my body count is pretty high because I think ever since I think once I graduated from high school and finally got out of that like place, I finally came out of my shell and finally became me. I don't want to say me, but I'm finally happy with who I am. But ever since technically this would not have happened if I was not bored 3 a.m. in the morning and decided to download Tinder out of fucking spite. Like that's literally how this all happened. The only reason why I have such a high body count is because I wanted to fuck around and find out. So guess what? I fucked around and I found out. I literally one day was laying in bed. It was 3 in the morning. I could not sleep and was like, I'm 18. I'm old enough to have this on my phone. So I downloaded Tinder because why would I not? Downloaded Tinder. I was like, let me see with all these, I want to see what's out there, I want to see what's beyond these walls. So I did. I definitely did. And, luckily I have pretty privilege to a certain degree. I will say I have pretty privilege to a certain degree. Like I can like talk my way out of things, but I don't think I can talk my way into things. Maybe you just call me a manipulator at that point, but don't tell anybody. I think ever since I downloaded Tinder, I literally went like it was game after that. Like yeah. But that was also a thing. Yes, I was very careful with whom I slept with. I know people like will see like especially guys, you men are so quick to judge. I'm like, have you ever thought who the easiest one here? You. Men are literally so easy. It is astronomical. Like I literally cannot express that enough. Men are easy, especially if you're in college and you're a boy in college. You are the easiest motherfucker to get with. Half of the time I talk to guys, it's like I didn't talk to because I want a relationship. I was like at that mindset of like I don't want a relationship. I don't think I am because I thought it was asexual for the longest time, which now I'm bisexual. Like, it was a crisis I was having. All right. In high school, I thought I was asexual because like I was really not attracted to anybody. No, it was the fact that I went to shitty school with shitty people. And then I got out of high school, I thought I was demisexual. No. I was just picky. I was just a picky ass bitch. I was simple. The guys that I slept with, of course, I made sure they were clean. The fuck, I didn't sleep with just anybody. Like, listen, if I did not care with whom I slept with, my body count number would have been higher. That bitches would have been way higher. All right. I usually slept with guys when I was bored. That's so bad to say because I'm bored all the time. I slept with him when I was like, I want some fun in my life, so I'm just going to randomly sleep with some guy. That sounds even worse. All right, no. I was careful whom I slept with. It was not any person. And besides, if I knew something was wrong with them, like, first of all, I'm sure you probably... I think I would have told by now if I had STD or something. Like, thank God that I never had one, never had any type of sexually transmitted disease. So I do always say use protection. Use protection. Literally, please use protection. Like, it's just so important because you might think, well, you slept with so many people, so you definitely caught something. No, you can literally sleep with one person and catch something immediately. Don't put that on yourself. Actually, do not put that on yourself. I don't remember what I was trying to get to on that one. I think I lost the train. I hopped off that train and it fucking left me there at the station doing this, which I actually like doing because I get to talk to myself and not be interrupted, because that seems to be a tendency. Or I get to talk to myself and say whatever I want the fuck to say, and then look at it later, I'm like, I probably shouldn't post that. And then I'll post it. Anyways, it's just, my life just been in shambles. I have so many hookup stories. I have so many stories in general that, like, I'm kind of excited to start doing this again. I needed to find a time to actually sit down and record this, but work, the hours that I work is just really does not fit well. And then, of course, I have a boyfriend now. That's literally no excuse, actually, because he actually spends more time with his friends than with me. So we're back in business, baby. I think it's time for me to close out. The game will start at 6:30, and at 6:07, I actually managed to get shit done. I cleaned. I took a shower. Thank you so much for listening, or try to listen. If you actually made it this far, thank you. If you didn't, I have nothing to say because you didn't make it this far. You can watch the video version of this on YouTube at No Life Podcast. And if you want to listen, if you're watching the video version and want to listen to the audio version because you want to hear me just talk in your ear for almost an hour, you can go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any other place that streams my podcast. Because I think there's other places that record this too. Anyways, if you can follow me on my social medias too, if you want to. You don't have to do it, but I highly suggest you do it. It's Tiffany L. Crow on Instagram and any other platform. You should go do it. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should do for my next episode, please let me know, because I have a lot of ideas, but I just need to put them list and plot it out. This was very out of whim. This podcast really have no theme to it. It's just me talking about whatever. Just want to get shit off my chest. But yeah, I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. I'm shocked that my phone have not stopped recording this entire time. It's also the iPhone 14, so there's a lot of storage on there for me to use up. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Bye. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna end it. Bye.